AI is here to design your next drug. Drug design and research is about to explode into heights that we never thought is possible. And one of the most promising startups in the space is Latent Labs. They are creating an AI platform that will allow scientists to create drugs from prompts, just like we're using ChatGPT or image generators. But let me show you how exactly this works, because the science behind this is totally fascinating. I want you to think of the proteins in your body as simply locks and keys. Let's take a famous example, insulin. Insulin is just a key that fits into a specific receptor that tells to your cells, pick up the glucose from the blood and take it in. Insulin, the key, attaches to a specific receptor, the lock, and opens it up, and glucose flows through it. As you can imagine, that makes proteins some of the most powerful drugs we can design. Proteins fold into very specific shapes, and that's what gives them their function. So creating a drug is a little bit like just creating a key. Here's the catch. For the longest time, we've been running into the same problem. We just create keys or drugs that just open too many doors. This is why you can get stomach upsets from heart medication. It's because the drugs we have designed are not specific or selective enough to one particular organ in your body or one particular lock. And the craziest part of all is that until last year, we didn't even know what most proteins looked like. This is because we know all the individual parts that make up a protein called amino acids, but we don't actually know how they interact together in order to form a shape. It's a little bit like being given a list of 1,000,000 letters and being asked to guess which novel was written using them. Practically impossible. Here is where Latent Labs comes in. The CEO, Simon Cole, was actually part of Google's DeepMind AlphaFold 2 project that won a Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2024 for using AI to predict how proteins fold. All of a sudden, we knew the shape of all of the keys. But here's the catch. There's around 20,000 different proteins that we can make, which can interact with potentially with hundreds of thousands of different things in our body. You see where I'm getting with this? Potentially, there's an infinite amount of combination. Latent Labs wants to build an artificial intelligence foundation model based on the principles of protein folding and interaction to allow scientists to perform experiments without ever going into a lab. You will be able to choose any key and any lock and see how they interact in your computer. You would be able to test keys against thousands of different locks or vice versa, or to potentially build even better keys with other non-canonical amino acids that we don't produce endogenously. This type of artificial intelligence is not only going to make our drugs better, but to save billions of dollars in research